Good evening, and welcome back to the world's least most viewed Eurovision News web channel. I'm your host Mark Perkins, and this is Eurovision News Update. Well, folks, it's been some time since the last update, about 2 weeks, and in that time we've had many reveals of national final winners, semi-final winners, and also artists and song reveals that don't have anything to do with national finals. It has been a busy 2 weeks, and there's a lot to cover, so I'll try and get through this very quickly. But first, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Yes, I'm talking about Israel's participation in the Eurovision Song Contest this year. So we know that Eden Golen has been selected by Cannes to represent Israel at Eurovision 2024, and in the last few days, the title of the song has been revealed. Well, at least the rumour of the title has been revealed. We will see whether it's actually the title, and that title is October Rain. Could the title be a subtle reference to the horrific events of October 7th, or is it simply a reference to a Jewish holiday that's celebrated in October? In Jewish culture, October is the month to pray for rain. The prayer for rain, otherwise known as Tefillat Geshem, is recited beginning on Shemini Atzeret, since the day marks the start of the rainy season in Israel. This is generally in late October each year. So, does the title reflect October 7th or a period of Jewish cultural heritage? Irrespective of the reason behind the song, the title itself is politically charged given the humanitarian crisis happening now in Gaza. Despite what we think about Israel's participation in Eurovision, there is an actual growing humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Some people call it genocide, others call it a war. However you want to term it, innocent civilians are dying. An immediate ceasefire must occur. Those are my thoughts about it. Well, that's a lot to digest. Let's move on to Eurovision news. A few weeks ago, Finland, Latvia and Italy held their national finals. In Finland, it was Windows 95 Man with No Rules winning in UMK. In Latvia, at Supernova, Dons with the song Hollow took out the crown. And over in Italy, San Remo took place over God knows how many hours, with eventual winner Angelina Mango with La Noia. Shortly after, Das Deutsche Final took place, and a surprise winner in Isak with Always on the Run took out the contest, and he will represent Germany at Eurovision 2024. And Moldova held their national final after their auditions earlier in January. 11 artists sung during the final, with Victor Gulick taking out last place. Fever, fever! Apologies, that is one of my favourite trashy songs. But actually, the winner was Natalia Babu with In the Middle. Coming equal first was Valeria Pasha with Anti-Princess. Given the deadlock, the juries decided it was Natalia Babu who would go on to represent Moldova at Eurovision 2024. Valeria Pasha did not take that lying down. She lodged a complaint with officials to see if her song could actually be considered. That was recently knocked back. Better luck next year, Valeria. An interesting thing occurred during the Moldovan national final. Remember Aliona Moon? She did submit a song for the Moldovan auditions, but subsequently withdrew. She ended up being a jury member for the Moldovan final. Over in Estonia, we have a winner with Este Lol, with 5 Minust and Pulpul, with the song Nendest and the Rest. Sorry, I cannot pronounce that long title. But in English, it is We Really Don't Know Anything About These Drugs. And that's right, they do not. Lithuania also chose their winner during Eurovision LT. It was Sylvester Belt with Luktel. Wow, we're getting a lot of artists and songs now, aren't we? And in Denmark, Dansk Melody Grand Prix chose its winner with Saba and her song Sand. And we know how we all like sand, don't we, Anakin Skywalker? In Sweden, Melfest Heat 2 and 3 took place, and in Iceland, Songvakeppnin began with its first heat. And in non-national final news, Poland announced Luna would be their representative with the song The Tower. And in Belgium, Musti released his song Before the Party's Over. Both great bops. Over in San Marino, Una Voce per San Marino is occurring as we speak. Those semi-finals are going gangbusters. 2 artists from each of those semi-finals, amounting to 8, will join the other 9 that have already been pre-selected for the final on Saturday. Good luck. And in other news, SBS has woken from its deep slumber to announce that Australia will choose its artist on March 6th. Well, we'll see who that is. Is it Danny Minogue or is it someone completely different? UK's artist, Ollie Alexander, released a snippet of Dizzy, his song for Eurovision 2024. Now, it was only a 20-second spot, but we won't have to wait long because that's being released on March the 1st. Also on March the 1st, the now leaked song We Will Rave by Colleen for Austria will also be released. And just yesterday, Joost from the Netherlands announced that his song will be released on February 29th. It will be called Europapa. And finally, EasyJet have been announced as the official airline sponsor for Eurovision 2024. Good luck to everyone flying in to Copenhagen. Well, it's been a bloody long news bulletin. I'm getting very hot. It's in the mid-30s here. I'm sweating like crazy. Till we meet again, this is not the end. I'm Mark Perkins, and this has been Eurovision News Update. Good night. Stop press. Breaking news. Just as I was editing this video, the powers that be at Eurovision have announced the venue for Euroclub and the turquoise carpet. That will be at Malmo Live. It's near the central station in Malmo, so it's an easy walk. Also, at Eurovision Village, there will be a Eurovision street between the village and the nearest train station. How's that? Well, there you go. Well, that's it from me. I'm going to go back and edit this little section in. So, again, I'll say good evening.